Hey guys, I just want to run you through a K-tape that we can use for patellofemoral pain. So a bit of an umbrella term for that kind of general knee pain where you haven't had necessarily an injury to cause it. It might just have come on over time as they've introduced some jumping activities or running type activities that they haven't been doing in the past. This tape is just going to provide a little bit of support to hopefully help lift the kneecap a little bit and take a bit of pressure out of the joint itself. Now, for those of you that haven't used K-tape in the past, you'll need some scissors to cut it off, and it's fairly stretchy and there's a specific way that we'll apply, which I'll talk you through as we go. So you want to measure out how much you want. The first strip is going to run along the bottom, and then we're going to do a loop around that kneecap that lifts, and they're going to meet at the top. So underneath, it doesn't need to be very long, just needs to just cover each side of the kneecap, so about that sort of length. And we'll cut all the strips before we start the work. And then the next strip probably needs to be able to go diagonally from bottom to top of the knee. Repeat that cut. And the last strip is going to be the same as the second strip. So you can just literally meet them up together underneath and then cut the length that you need from there. Now, I find the best way to help this stick throughout is to round the edges. So stack all three pieces of tape on top of each other, and then you're just going to round the edges of that tape. And then repeat at the opposite end. This just helps to stop any corners kind of getting caught on clothing or being easily picked off, and it can hopefully stay on for a little bit longer, whether that's throughout a game or whether this is being given to someone who you're sending home to keep the tape on for 2 or 3 days at a time. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to tear the tape on each end so that you have a couple of little areas that you can work from. And I want you to tear the end bits of each of those off, and you're just going to lay one side down at the bottom of the kneecap with no tension. Now, most K-tape, the glue is heat activated, so if you just rub it a little bit, then it will stick on a little bit better. From here, you're then going to take the middle section off, and you're going to apply a fair bit of tension, and then place it down, and then lay that last little bit on, no tension again. So that middle, probably 2/3, is going to have quite a lot of tension on it, and the last little bit on each end, no tension at all. Now grab your other strips, and you're going to again tear the ends, probably tear a little bit more, and you're just going to lay that first section on again. So start on one side of that original strip. Again, a bit of rubbing to get that heat activated glue working. Then you're going to tear the middle section off. And then using a fair bit of tension, you're going to wrap the kneecap, almost hug that kneecap, and then come up through the top there. So you can already see there's some crinkles appearing on the kneecap. That's because we're lifting up through that area. Again, a nice little bit of a rub, get that to stick on a little bit nicer. And then we're going to repeat that strip, but the opposite way. So we're going to start through the opposite side of that original strip of tape, and then pull up through the inside of the knee this time. Again, we're just going to hug that kneecap, and then they're going to meet at the top there. And you can see you've got that almost really wrinkled sort of appearance at the top of the kneecap. Now, the last step I find that works best with these, if you get the person to bend their knee while you apply a bit of pressure, so I'll get you to bend your knee up for me, Caitlin, and then apply a little bit of pressure so that that tape doesn't come straight off as you bend it. And there you have it. Thanks for watching.